Hello and welcome. My name is Hayley and this is Divinity Tarot and Tea. And I'm going to start the reading off with a cup of tea. So if you have a nice warm drink, please join me, because tea goes so well with tarot. And if you are a tea company, particularly an Australian tea company, and you would like me to ambassador your brand as I do these readings, please feel free to contact my page, my channel here. Right, so I'm going to be doing a collective love reading today. And if this resonates with you, please leave a comment. And if you've watched this video at all, leave a like and subscribe to my channel for future readings. So I'm going to be using the Energy Oracle cards first of all. And in the first position is your person's current energy on your situation. And we have appreciation. So you can see in this picture that there's a full array of foliage behind this person, and she's holding a beautiful flower in her hand. And it's just that real appreciation of the beauty of nature. And you know, with nature is full of polarities and cycles, and so I feel like your person is starting to come into gratitude for your path, your journey together, the ups and downs, the cycles, the push, the pull, the whole symphony of it, the whole ballet that's unfolding that is your journey together. They're starting to really stand back and appreciate it for what it is, enjoying the journey, not just, you know, anticipating the destination. So in the card next to that is any messages from Spirit or any blockages or obstacles. And we have the fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. And the fourth chakra is the heart chakra. And as it's in the reverse position here, I can feel that your person is feeling blocked from wanting to pursue this love with you. There is an obstacle standing in their way. I feel like they think about you all the time. They're deeply in love with you and they would love to pursue it with you, but they have some kind of obligations or something that's tying them down. We'll look into that in a minute. So the card in the center is the mutual energy between the two of you. We have walking away. So you can see in this photo too that it's springtime. There's blossoms in the background. And this woman is walking through this beautiful golden filigree gate with pearls on the knobs. And there's light all around her, and there's a dragonfly there with light all around it too. And a moth or a butterfly that also symbolize that transformation energy. And I feel like this is both of you recognizing that whatever this thing is that's tying your person down and stopping them from pursuing this heart chakra energy with you, you're both recognizing that they need to walk through that gate, that this is their lesson, this is their challenge. I feel like nothing happens without reason. So everything is written on our path. Everything is predestined to a certain degree. And, you know, we agree as souls to come here and certain things will happen, particularly when it comes to soul connections. Those are things that we can't really change by our actions. Those things are really steadfast, predetermined. And when there's a blockage or an obstacle to coming into a soul connection, it's usually because that person is required to learn this lesson. They're required to, it's almost like a test. They've been through a healing. They've been through an awakening of sorts. We can see with the dragonfly, it's all, it's lit up. It's all aglow because of this awakened energy, and around her head there's light as well. So this is that real awakening energy. They've been through an awakening, and this is the exam. So where they are right now, their current energy is that this is the exam, and they need to prove to Spirit, to the universe, that they've learnt their lesson, and they need to stand up for themselves, because in doing so, when they stand up for themselves, they're proving that they no longer have those core wounds from their childhood. They're proving that, God damn it, I am good enough, and I always have been. And I deserve this. I really do. And I know what I want, and I'm an adult, and I don't need someone to hold me back, because nobody owns a soul. I don't care if there's a work contract, a business contract, a marriage contract. All of that is irrelevant to Spirit. All of that is irrelevant to soul. You can't own a soul. And the concept of doing so, the concept of owning a soul and holding them back from their life's potential and their heart space energy is very abusive. It's slavery. It's just a prettied up form of slavery, isn't it? So I feel like because this is the mutual energy between the two of you, you both understand that this is the point. This is the turning point. They're at that gate. They're at the golden filigree gate, and they can choose to walk through it, or they can stay behind and, fail the test, pretty much. And I feel like if they do fail the test, it'll come back around again. But with the universe, having the concept of free will is kind of a misnomer. And so, yes, we have free will, but only up to a certain extent. And particularly with these higher up soul connections, like twin flames and soulmates, if you're on a predestined course and the universe has put in a lot of energy, and you think of the energy that comes around, so the universe has worked hard to set you up on your path together. Just for an example, for me to meet my twin flame, I had to move country, because my person doesn't even live in the country that I was born in. And to end up in this country and in this particular town where I would meet my twin flame, that's a lot of energy that the universe put in to that. And to, end up in the precise location that we would cross paths. And in our particular case, where we would cross paths almost daily. It was so in your face that we couldn't help but meet each other. We couldn't help but cross paths. And the synchronicities and the signs everywhere, that is a lot of energy that the universe has expanded for the two of you to be together. And they expect you to follow through with this. They expect you to reciprocate that energy, because it'll start with a nice little choice. They'll have the choice to walk through that gate. And if they don't take that choice, it'll come round again at some time in the future, but this time it won't be so gentle. It'll be a bit more forceful. Each time the universe will make it really uncomfortable for them to stay on this side of the gate, until eventually the universe will be so forceful that they won't even have a choice. And it will be painful. And, you really don't want to get to that point where the universe has to do it for you, because it will always be painful. It won't be gentle. Right, so that was a big explanation for that card. So in the position next to that is your current energy on the situation. And we have Angel of Strength in the reverse position. And so I feel like you may be feeling that this particular connection is not as strong as it should be, or it's weakening. Maybe you've been apart for a while, and it could even be that you do know that they have this situation where they have to walk through that gate, they have to make that decision, but you fear that they're not going to stand up for themselves, that they're not going to do it. And look, fear is of the lower vibration energy. Fear is the lower chakras. And look, everything is predestined, and we've got to remember about divine timing as well, and staying in that flow energy of allowing and accepting. Because when you jump back into that fear energy, that doubt, judgment, attachment, then it shifts the energy. See, you control the energy from your particular, your body, your mind, your soul, your ego. Everything that you do is mirrored, is reciprocated in your person. And so when you put out that fear-based energy, the lower chakra energies, then you'll put them in that fear-based energy too. And see, if you're in that doubting energy that they're not going to stand up for themselves, then they won't be able to stand up for themselves, and they won't walk through that gate. So if your person is not doing what is required, then you need to look within. You need to not be judgmental to them. You need to look within yourself. What am I not doing? What am I being fearful of? What am I stopping by being in doubt? And I was told by Spirit the other day that it's not, you don't try to force yourself to stop. So it's remembering that you are human. You are human, and as so, you come with a clumsy body, a flawed mind, a crazy mind that's like a drunken monkey, and an ego that will lead you off track like the devil. And the thing is, you can't be aside from those things. You cannot detach from body, mind, and ego and just be soul. If you did that, you'd be dead. That's what happens when you die. So you have to learn to love it. You have to learn to love your body, mind, and ego. You have to learn to appreciate it, like this card here, appreciation. And you need to learn to accept it in as-is condition. So I'm not telling you to stop being in fear, stop being in doubt. It's understanding that you will have days like that. It's understanding that because you are human, because you are flawed, you're going to go into that energy from time to time. And it's being accepting that you will, but here is where the power lies. The power lies in the alchemy of transmuting that fear-based energy into the higher love-based frequencies of forgiveness, of gratitude for your journey, of trust in the divine, trust in divine timing, trust in your person. and of ultimate truth and unconditional love, not laying conditions on them, not I will love you if. It's more, I will give you the freedom to come to this in your own time. Wow, we've got a lot of energy coming from Spirit today. So in the final position here, is any more messages from Spirit or any blockages or obstacles for you? And we have Healer of the Ages in the reverse position. And I feel like this is just confirmation of what I was just saying. And so you can see in this card, it's Jesus Christ. It's the Christ. And, you know, he has that healing power coming out of his hands. And he has the Sacred Heart. And he has the awakened aura around his head. And this is in the reverse position, how it came out. And I often say, you know, to think that you can live in such a way that you would never doubt, that you would never judge, that you would never practice attachment, that you would never live in fear. You're not Jesus Christ. You are not the Christ. The only one that could do that would be Jesus. So that's just remembering that you're not this, you know, super holy being that can live in perfection at all times. You are a flawed human being. And as such, you need to expect that you're going to have bad days and step back into that fear. But the magic lies in the transmutation, the turning it around from fear-based to love-based. It's like a spiritual currency. Think of it like a gift. When you find yourself getting in that fear-based currency, when you can alchemize it and turn it around into love, you've gained this fuel, this source of power, this source of energy for ascension, for enlightenment. So just think of it that way. That, you know, it's going to come. Don't try to stop it. Be accepting of it. Be appreciating of it even. But turn it around. Once you've realised that that's what you're doing, turn it around into a love-based energy. Be grateful. Be forgiving. And most of all, practice unconditional love. And so I'm going to be using the Celtic Tarot here to look a bit further. So why appreciation for your person? And we have the Queen of Pentacles in the upright position. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. And so we can see in this picture here, there's a leprechaun and there's an owl and it looks like a fox with little fairies all around, and there's a little bunny as well in an enchanted forest. And I feel like this is them appreciating the magic that is everywhere. Everywhere they look now, they see the magic. It's like before, everything was grey. Everything was just monotone, and they didn't see the beauty in the small things. But they are seeing it now because you've opened their eyes to it. You imparted that wisdom upon them in some way with things you've been sharing online, or things you've been saying to them, or whatever. In whatever way, you've imparted that wisdom onto them, and it's allowing them to see the beauty that they never saw before, and they're in such gratitude for that. And they're also in that grounded energy of being connected to Earth, connected to Gaia, connected to the Source, and most importantly, connected to the Divine Feminine. And that's what they're in appreciation of. They're in appreciation of you and everything that you've taught them, everything you've opened their eyes to. So, what is blocking their heart chakra? Why are they unable to come to you? And we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse position. So there could be some Taurus energy here. Your person could be a Taurus. But it's almost that too much power. Someone has power over them and they're being dominant over them, being forceful. Like a matador controlling a bull. They're stifling their energy, stifling their power, and almost bamboozling them, confusing them. They don't know which way to turn. And we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse position. And so as we can see, this is there's a warrior in the picture, and there's swords all around him, and he looks really sad and defeated, and he's possibly dying, and it feels hopeless to your person. The situation feels completely hopeless, like there's no way out, like it's over. But because it's in the reverse position, it's telling us that it's not over. It's just an illusion. We have the King of Wands, and this is that ancient energy, the ancestral energy. You can see that there's an ancient spirit within this tree here and a dragon behind him. This is the ancestors telling your person that they need to stand up for themselves. That, they come from a long line of strong people. I feel like your person may have some Celtic or Gaelic heritage in them, and this is their ancestors telling them that, take the strength of your ancestors. Take the strength of your ancestors and do what needs to be done. Stand up for yourself. So the walking away card, will your person go ahead with this? And we have the Chariot in the reverse position. So the Chariot is the symbol of the yin-yang, the polarities, the twin flames, and it's in the reverse position. And so I'm feeling like be prepared that your person will not do it on this pass. They will not do it this time round. We have the Empress in the reverse position, and the Empress represents the divine feminine. So I feel like the choice was not made to go with you on this pass, on this time around. It could have they could have been faced with this last night, or relatively, around this time in the last 48 hours. And not on this pass. And, that's fine, because it just means that they've still got some learning to do. So don't, if you do find yourself in that anxious energy because of these words, if they triggered you at all, just transmute that energy, turn it around. So with the Angel of Strength in reverse, we have the Knight of Pentacles. And we can see here that there is this woman riding on the back of a dragon, a big red dragon. And it's that energy of harnessing that massive dragon power. So you could think of the dragon as your ego, and you can see that this particular dragon here in the picture is a reddish orange color. So it's like the root in the sacral chakra. And, you know, this woman has tamed this energy. She's riding it. She's controlling it. And so that's what you need to do. You need to harness those lower chakra energies for your own bidding. So recognizing when you do find yourself in that negative energy, that you need to turn it around, you need to harness it. So just remember that reddish orange dragon and ride it. Ride that ego. Control it, tame it for your bidding. And we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse position. And so that's letting it come to you, letting those thoughts and emotions come to you. Because when you try to stop emotions and bottle it up inside of you, you will explode at some point in the future. And you can see that she is exploding there. Her face is in anguish and it's like she's really angry and it's just all exploded. And you can think of these creatures, these furry winged creatures around her as her feelings and emotions, and they've all been attacking her from all angles. But this is controlling that. That's riding that egoic dragon and also allowing the feelings to come and letting them pass over you and using them as a tool. Again, using it for your good, taming it and controlling it for your bidding. So when you have these feelings come, you can use it as a tool. Why am I feeling this way? What is this coming from? What do I need to work on? Right, so Healer of the Ages. And we have the Knight of Swords again in the reverse position. So I'm feeling like you being in control. So like I said, you're riding the dragon and you're using your emotions to your bidding. This is you taming that wild beast. And by you controlling your wild beast, then because you're an energy reciprocal, then your person will be able to control their wild beast, whatever that is, whether it be a karmic person, an abusive person. Yeah, that's the message I'm getting there. And Ten of Pentacles, so that's forging your path. You can see this ironsmith here, forging iron, forging coins by the look of it. So this is forging your path, creating, turning that, with that alchemy. That's almost what he's doing. He's the alchemists used to turn base metals into precious metals like gold. And so that's what you're doing by you turning the fear that, lesser. So fear can be seen as like a lesser metal, like a base metal. And love, unconditional love, trust, truth, forgiveness and gratitude are gold and silver you know, the higher metals. And so that's what you're doing. It's forging your path, but also transmuting that energy. And so I'm going to finish this reading here with an Angel Whisper card. Two, balance. Now is the time to take inventory of your feelings. Are there any feelings of imbalance or resistance? Divine whispers are here to remind you that the alignment that you seek also seeks you. Breathe, rest, and reset. And again, that's that reciprocal energy of the two that are the one. So the duality is the lie. You're not actually two. You are one. And you always were. And that's why you have that reciprocal energy between you. What feels peaceful and calm easily finds me as I restore the balance within me. And restoring that balance is that transmutation of that energy, the alchemy from the base metals of the lower chakras of fear, judgment, attachment, that kind of energy, control, into the precious metal of unconditional love, unconditional truth, compassion, forgiveness, gratitude. And so I'm just going to finish this reading today with the tea leaf reading. And so we'll look into the cup, and I can see a dragon, the outline, very faint outline of a dragon in my cup. And that's that taming that energy, taming the lower frequencies. It's not thinking that they won't come, because the dragon will come. And when the dragon comes, you'll be ready. You'll be that warrior princess that jumps on the back of that big reddish orange dragon, and you'll ride it and you'll control it for your own bidding. So I really hope you enjoyed that reading here today, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.